Okay, the next step is to make an outrigger. So this is 4 foot long, 7 inches tall, and I put a spacer at 40% from the front. So it's at 19¼ inches. So the widest part will be about 40% from the front. This piece I put some, I think 7 degrees of bevel on each side. Let's see if this works. This will be the front of the ama. The word ama is Pacific Islander. It means outrigger. Okay, so that looks really nice. Now I'm going to use this as a template and scribe the shape onto the top and bottom piece. Okay, I found a relatively lightweight 1/2 inch plywood. I'm going to use that for the bottom so it's nice and durable. All right, that's the standard 7 degree dovetail bit that I used to create this front piece. That's how I made that. All right, there's the patterns for the top and bottom. I already test fitted them. Now I'm going to make duplicates using a flush trim router bit. Okay, these are my patterns and these are my blanks. These are thicker, but I'm going to plane them down in my planer because I don't have a lot of 1/2 inch plywood. Okay, I'm now going to trim them down to within a couple millimeters without hitting the pattern. Okay, cover your ears. Alright, I'm going to glue the whole thing up using Type Bond 3. All right, there it is. Kind of looks like a fish. Okay, I'm going to try something that I've had in mind for several years. So one thing I discovered when I did research into hydroplaning is that the vertical lift created by a flat inclined plane, it quadruples with a double in speed. So this has a fixed amount of volume, and once this is submerged, the lift doesn't go up anymore. But if I attach this to this and then angle this up 5 degrees about, by the time the water level gets to this level, the boat will be traveling enough so that this will generate hydrodynamic lift. And the lift of this disc will actually equal the buoyancy of this float. So I will get double the lift once I'm up to a certain speed. And this could be, it could also be elliptical, but I don't have an ellipse pattern for 24 for this size, so I'm just going to make it round. And now I'm going to put a elliptical edge on the top all the way around. Okay, now I'm just going to find the center of mass of this disc. That's balanced right here. Okay, there's my 5 degree wedge. That's for mounting to the crossbar. Now it's just a matter of trying to figure out where to put this. Do I put it over here? The initial thing is the buoyancy is going to be, the center of buoyancy is going to be back here, because this will be angled 5 degrees, so this is going to be pushing here. And then once this hits the water, this trailing edge, then it'll still be here, and then it might move to about half. So beginning and ending. So maybe I just put it here, somewhere in the middle. Okay, here's my new crossbar. It's going to be 3 layers of plywood. The middle is going to be hollow. The end, this is where it bolts to the ama. And then this is really critical. This is the end of the boat, and this is where the most strength is, or the force, stress is the highest in the middle. This is where I'm going to bolt through here and connect it to the punt on one side and over here on the other. So hollow, one third hollow about, and then strength, and then hollow. And now I'm just going to put the cap on. Okay, there's my crossbar. I made it let's see, 5 foot 8 inches or something. I think that's going to be long enough. The last thing to do is I'm just going to chamfer, put a bevel here of 8 degrees so that the outrigger will tilt 8 degrees up on the outside edge. That will make it so that when the boat heels and the outrigger sinks into the water, by the time the disc hits the water, it'll be in a flat position or slightly raised at the tip. Kind of looks like almost like a long keel with the disc stuck on it. So why am I doing this? Well, one of the things that you want to avoid when you're designing a boat is the creation of waves. When you create a wave, you're dispersing and wasting energy. So what happens is the water will hit here and it will shoot up like this. It'll catch this and it'll deflect back down, and this disc will create lift. And even if the water level is like here, and then as the water level rises, most of the spray will still be hitting the bottom side as opposed to going over the top. And actually, maybe an improved design would have this extend a little bit further forward so that all the spray goes down. Now the only thing I have to worry about drag-wise is right in this corner. I have to put a really nice big fillet in here because that's going to be very draggy. And if you put a big round fillet in there, it'll reduce the drag a whole lot. Okay, now I'm going to make some thickened Type-on 3. So I have wood flour and I have regular baking flour. And I mixed that with Type-on 3 in a little container and stir it up. Okay, on the final pass, I went ahead and dried my radius tool here. I mean, not dried it, but I wet it in the water. Rinse it off. So, Okay, well, it's not quite as smooth as epoxy, but I can sand it. It's totally sandable. All right, that's about as good as I can get. Type on 3 fillet.